Hello, everybody. Welcome to corru.observer, a thing I know very little about outside of God game cards. But I've been told it is extremely my shit, and so I must. Which button? This one. Okay, should have it open here. It's going to be a very reading-heavy game for me. This game is also browser-based. Well, 1 second, my shit's misaligned slightly. Aug. Aug. Okay, I need filters. That's where it is. Trying to get the top of the padding out here. There we go. That should be good, I believe. Probably. Ahem. I'm also slightly misaligned down here. There we go. All right. Let us do it, shall we? A loud noise is about to happen as soon as I click on this button. All right. Let's open the door. I know this song from Thoughtspire. Hey, buddy. Welcome. Honestly, wasn't sure if you'd show up for this one since it's such a small hall. Lots of ocean wrecks being found these days. Anyway, I'll get everything started. Feel free to look everything over. The decoding machines flip on, casting their light over a spidery mess of wires. What is this? What is this? This is a find from an obelisk wreck not far from New Zealand. The notes I got said it was mostly melted, which is kind of weird. Anyway, the main piece here is that big one. A pedestal usually means important, but it's unmarked. Alex did a basic scan, and it kind of looks like a network node. We don't even really know if it'll accept a mind spike. But you're getting paid either way, so have at it. Sit down. The metal stool scrapes against the concrete. You sit. Whoa. The seat is cold and uncomfortable. Light from your protective gear scatters into the pearlescent cysts. You know the drill. Mind spike on. Activate mind spike. End chat. Right click. Right click. Right click. Can I pick whatever I want? Oh, this is a separate object. Okay. Let's, I guess, just start with the big one. Cyst. Gzm. Cyst. Corusistic entity. No function signature. Connective membrane exposed. So this is the mystery piece. It's in bizarrely good condition, considering it was at the bottom of the ocean for however long it's been since, you know. No clue what it means, aside from the similar internal structure to network cysts we found before. Attention, additional act enabled. E-scan, rescan. R-E-scan? Rescan. Act. Touch. The cyst has a solid outer shell. A few circular points near the top are less firm than the rest. In your experience, these are usually connection points. You can definitely scan this point more thoroughly. Attention, additional act enabled. Rescan. Perhaps it's a regarding scan? Unclear to me. Depth scan. Analysis. Valid nerve point. Connection enabled. Corusistic entity component. Valid connection point. Attempt connection. Commencing. Fuck. I exploded instantly, which kills me. I can't help but feel as though I've fucked up somehow. Christ. Are you okay? That was an insane activity just now. Haven't seen that before. I don't think you're supposed to connect to this one. Attention, renderable output. Render. Executing, render. Yeah, it doesn't look like this one has any front end. It could just be a component. Let's just call it quits if you don't find anything. Anyway, I'll be right back. They're ordering food in the other room. Investigate. Wow. Empty. Okay. Right click. Examine. Incomplete thought form. Signature illegible. Incoherence detected. Same. Eyeball. Hello. Attention. Thought form activity detected. Advise re-examination. Hi. Sentry. Responsive thought form. Explicit purpose. Authorization. Incoherence detected. Act. Greet. Hello. Hello, friend. No signature detected. Please identify. Additionally, fuel reserves are low. Feeding is advised. Identify. I am here to help. That is not identification. Any help? Why would I need... No, something is wrong. I am so hungry. Purpose? What is your purpose? Authorization. Obviously. I think. But something is missing. And we should not be able to talk. Ahaha, this feels so strange. Who is authorized? There are only a few signatures that are permitted to connect to this cyst. Surely you know their holders. How else are you accessing this right now? Maybe you should talk to... No. You are not authorized to know that. Forget I said anything. Why is this so hard right now? What about the cyst's purpose? What is the purpose of this corru cyst? I said you are not authorized. Are you not listening, idiot? Sorry, I am not sure where this aggression is coming from. It is so hard to think. Do you have any fuel? Maybe if you'll let me through. I'm gonna turn off my cursor right now because it's bothering me. There we go. Okay. Maybe if you let me through. What? I explicitly cannot let you through without a proper signature. Even if I want to. This cyst is inherently incapable of responding to... What? Hello? Scary face? What is that? May they please enter? Hello? Sorry about that. They hadn't decided on a place yet, so... You're still connected? Wait, did you actually find something? Looks like it. Gate for you? Gate for me? Oh boy. Gate for you. Connector thought form. Destination unknown internal thought space. A bunch of numbers. Okay. Act. Enter. Okay, I'm looking at the logs here, and I have no idea how you got past that authenticator. Or why it was talking to you like a person. I don't think I need to tell you how unusual that is, lol. Something helped me. I saw something. Yeah, I'm seeing both you and the auth reacting to it, but not what it is. Seriously, look at that log yourself. I don't know what to make of it. Can corru cysts get malware? Honestly, it's probably just incoherence. I wouldn't worry about it. It's not like it can spread to you. The important thing is that you're in. And if this really is a network connector and not just some sort of obesque toaster, it's the first time we've ever been able to get into one. So I'm gonna shut up and let you do your thing. If you want to talk to me, just speak up. Attention, MUI shortcut enabled access from the menu. Is this the menu up here? Where the fuck is the menu? Ah, there's a menu now. I can talk to Moth now. Hello, hello! It has been so long since last connection. Please wait while I turn some lights on. Aha! Wow, there is significant damage to this device. It is so bad. Wow. Oh well. Please feed soon. Oh, it's Fun Friend. Hello. Responsive thought form. Explicit purpose. System management. Assistant. Act. Greet. Hi there. I do not think we have met. You do not have a signature either. And the authorization layer has been dissociated. How strange. Yes, very strange. You must be an interloper. So cool. Welcome. Interloper? What do you mean by interloper? You are an interloper. Something that is unable to connect to corru. An unauthorized to connect to any device. Yet connected anyway. Are you gonna kick me out? No, I do not care what you are. Because I am dying. Ah! The rest of the corru is losing sanity due to the membrane cohesion failure. This corru needs fuel if my existence is to continue. It has been so long since the previous connection that you could be the last. I need your help. You need to bring us fuel. Purpose? What is the purpose of this corru? That is the personal corru of Akizet Quo Cast. Partial meaning lost due to damaged context. Joxy. Functionalities include network connection, memory storage, and some other stuff. However, network connection is currently disabled due to malnutrition. And I sense the memory integrity is very low, so they will probably have mostly deteriorated into total incomprehensibility. Therefore, the approximate purpose of this cyst right now is to avoid starving to death. Ah! Signature? What is a signature? It is a neurological data that proves who you are who you say you are. I can tell you are not connected through an organic connector or a cystic equivalent, because you do not have a signature. This will make it very difficult for you to engage with certain components. Perhaps I could help you generate one in the future. Yes, if you find us fuel. But there is much to do before this cyst is healthy again, interloper. Fuel? What is your fuel? I will do my best to help you. Your lack of knowledge is so unfortunate. Aha! Okay, I am detecting an adjacent pillar. You need to feed it essential metals. Please locate the nearest source of copper. It will take care of the rest. How the hell is copper fuel for this thing? Whatever, I'll let the big guy know we need some copper. I'll help you. I have someone fetching copper now. Thank you. I will permit your continued access. Why copper? Specifically. It is likely that this cyst is still on Earth. The Bright Cousins have an abundance of copper. Therefore, it should be the easiest essential metal to obtain. But any will do, really. Essential metal? What do you mean by essential metal? So strange, such a thing to ask. How much of an interloper are you? I thought you were maybe a damaged golem. Implied closest cultural equivalent, partial translation. But to have so little knowledge? Oh well, I do not actually care. I am currently very occupied keeping various components from losing sanity. So I do not want to spend time going over corusistic basics. There is knowledge within this cyst that will inform you. Just look around. I need to go. Okay, I will be here. Click opens that. I don't seem to be able to click on anything else right now. What's up, buddy? No, dynamic response. Well, let's find out what's up from Moth. Hey, Moth. I have a question about this thought space. Yeah, I can think of a few myself, too. But what's on your mind about Fun Friend? About this Fun Friend thing. What should we do about the fuel? Well, we should probably hold off on refueling until we found everything we can in here. Seems pretty stable for now, and Best Tech. Hello. Core stream located. Welcome. Seems pretty stable for now, and Best Tech gets a little wacky when it starves. So I think that you could play in our favor if we run into any other stuff like that off layer. That said, when it comes to the actual fueling process, I passed word up to get us a bunch of cheap copper tubing ASAP, that we could use that if Fun Friend tells us how. Demeanor. It's awfully friendly despite knowing what we are. Yeah, it seems weirdly friendly to me, too. That could just be how it was designed, like a little assistant dude. Or maybe it can't even kick us out since the auth layer got disassociated. Either way, if I was starving at the bottom of the ocean, I wouldn't care who came to save me, lol. So maybe I won't care until we give it fuel. You know what, just to be safe, I suggest finding everything we can in here before we help it out properly. This could be our only chance. Maybe it really is only letting us through since it's starving. Signature. Why don't I have a signature? I actually have no idea why I couldn't see your signature. Because I'm pretty sure most mind spikes have one for auth purposes. Most likely I was looking for a specific kind. It's probably pretty easy to tell that your connector is inorganic. Alright. Nothing else about Fun Friend. Anything else? I have some questions. Let's hear them. I'll do my best. Who? Oh boy, I'm gonna be doing a lot of this. Who are you? Lol. Okay, but really, do you have any questions? Probably. Akizech. Who is Akizech? Akizatech. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Fun with the little rhomboid prick. She's probably one of the better documented early Obesc contacts. The way the story goes, she led a team investigating that thing that led the Obesc here. Kept doing these interviews where she talked at length about it. They named it The Call. And they all went missing a few years after first contact. Spooky shit. Insane that this chorusist managed to survive that long. Interesting. What is corru? Interesting time to ask that. I don't blame you, though. Most people really start to ask themselves that once they get a close look, even if they read all the documentation on it. Beyond the supercell organism buzzword soup, what it really is in the big picture is still really unknown. I've read pretty much every transcript of every Obesc interview ever, and they don't ever seem to mention its origin or how they got their symbiosis with it. Like, if the larval Obesc really do look almost exactly like us, then they shift into corusistic bodies. Where does that put us? IDK, you could go crazy thinking about this stuff long enough. No time for waxing philosophical right now, though. I see. What is chorusists? What are chorusists? It's technically it's a pretty general term. Chorusist and chorusistic are catch-alls for most Obesc technology. Because the organism tends to ball up and form a hard outer wall like the chorusist you're connected to. That's why chorusistic things are usually spherical, but that's not always the case. Like with how they use similar process to form the bodies of the quo-Obesc use. If you mean what spherical chorusists are, they tend to be storage or computational devices. I see. What is smiling face? What is that smiling face I keep seeing? I'm not seeing anything in the logs here, unless you mean that little assistant dude in the hub. I think it was what helped me in. Oh, so it looks like a smiling face to you? Maybe my malware theory has some weight after all. In short, I still have no idea what that rogue friend of ours is. Worrying. What is chorusist fuel? In interviews, they always said it's just something they grow. Most theories are that it's some metallic-based fungus that corru can consume. Going off what Fun Friend said, it seems like they can use a bunch of different metals to create it. I guess it makes sense they use metal to grow it, but I have no idea how that could work. Worrying. Why did you call me? Why'd you call me for this? What, are you unhappy that you get to be the first person to ever connect to a personal chorusist? Just kidding, a lot of our MindSpike contractors have been out of service recently due to that big disaster update. God, I can't even imagine what MindSci was thinking. Lamau, traffic has been so bad. The fun in Fun clearly stands for fungus. You mean fungus? You're the only psycho I know who never updates stuff, so I figured you'd still be up for it. Thanks. Why am I able to connect to this so seamlessly? Well, in case you forgot, you definitely installed that FBX patch I gave you. MindSpecs usually can't just do this. Apparently, chorusists give off and receive almost identical signals to nervous slots. It's a pretty incredible coincidence, honestly a miracle that it works at all. The science of it all goes over my head. You'd have to ask someone in the dev department. Okay. Why can I understand these thoughts? Well, you're dealing with raw thought. The chorusist isn't literally thinking the words you're receiving from it. Your brain is just interpreting the concepts that it's outputting in a way you'd understand. Cool. Why do I hear music? Sometimes. You're hearing music? That's wild, but it makes sense. Some of the MindSpike contractors I've worked with say similar stuff when they try to connect to chorusistic devices. My theory is that it's an inherited context from the cyst, vague feelings that can't be translated into words. Sometimes people hear voices or just kind of know how to feel. Your brain is just reading it in a way that makes sense to you. That's my best idea. Anyway, I'm not hearing anything. I just see the readout on my end. Is it good? It's okay. Wow, you can't even be like, yeah, it's great. Anything else? No, I think we're good. All right, I don't... Can I, like, move around in here or not really? Are you following me, specifically? He is following me. That link looks kind of sketchy, I'm gonna be real. So that just goes to Streamloots, that link. I don't really use it much these days. What is 10 spec is going out of service? Update now. Oh no! Alright, how do I, like, go back? User request, intention. Because I don't seem to be able to do anything here, so I think I have to... go back and grab a different thing. Clearing Mindspike Rubber. No progress will be lost. Oh, whoops. That took me out of the... That's not where I meant to go. Alright, let's check out some of these other thingies. What are you? Dendritic cyst. Examine. Core cystic entity. Function signature. Container. No connective tissue exposed. The notes I got say there were apparently a ton of these on the ship. All sorts of sizes, too, but most were too heavy to retrieve, so we just got this small one. Act enabled. Act. The lift? The dendritic cyst is surprisingly heavy. Turning it in your hands produces a cascade of metallic clinking noises from within. When you set it back down, its tendrils find new orientation to support itself on the table. Touch. The dendritic cyst has a rigid outer shell. It's unlikely that there's any way to connect to it. Okay, well, shit. Reject Windows, return to DOS. What about you? Examine. Core cystic entity. Function. Signature damage. No connective tissue exposed. Nobody knows what this one is. Pretty sure it's dead, though. Act enabled. Act. Touch. The fractaline cyst's outer shell is slimy and has some yield. If you squeeze enough, it would probably turn to sludge. Best to just leave this one alone. Okay. How about the column, I guess? Core cystic entity. Function signature. Maintains core cyst. No connective tissue exposed. Okay. This bottom thing seems to be nothing. Hold on, wait. I see some, like, blue on here. Is that real? Seems to not be. Alright, I guess I'm going back in then. Because I already did these, right? Yes, I did. Oh, let's go back in. Great gaze. Thanks. I think. Let's go back in, see if I can figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Hello again. Response to thought from supposed to system management assistant. Alright, so I don't seem to be able to click on anything here as near as I can tell. Except for Fun Friend. Mine specs cybernetics graphs as well because it really is a nifty piece of tech. Hold on, Hi, Fun Friend. Alright, I might have to ask Moth for a hint. I'm confused. What are you tasking me for? You're just connected. Do your thing, dude. Don't forget, thought form might extend past your field of perception. Think of it like scrolling. Got it. Oh, okay. So, aha! Ooh. I didn't realize I could scroll until this exact second. Hello, what are you? Examine. Their city. Connection, their thought form. Destination, low-dimensional thought space. Internal, inherited context. Their dead spires, icons of control. Alright. We're going in. Not the brightest specimen. Hey. Oh, words I can't read. Whoa, lots of words I can't read. This is really neat. And it doesn't seem to loop. Hello. They watch. Spatial thought form. Explicit purpose. Recollection. Incoherence detected. Inherited context. Ever skeptical. Greets? Oh, God. Oh, okay. Envoy. Examine. Response thought form. Explicit purpose, recollection. Incoherence detected. Hello. Chat. I stop and the envoy follows. He returns my stare. I appreciate you allowing this, Gordon. I understand there is some lingering fear, especially in these packed areas. Hey, it's no problem, and don't worry, most people will treat you just fine in here. If you were in Chicago or New York or something, we'd have you land on the roof, but with how busy the Bureau has been, we've had so many obesque visitors. Your people are practically a part of the city at this point. He produces a metal communicator from a cavity in his skin cloak and peruses its glow. And frankly, it helps with public image seeing you out and about with the people. It helps stomp out that damn viral scare. Ah, I did not consider that element. I agree. You know what, speaking of public image, he returns the communicator to its cavity. There's this little place up ahead, a cafe. Why don't we stop there before heading in? Just keep going straight, it's past the Bureau. Talk to people? You do not mind if I interact with your street walkers? Not at all. As long as I'm around, it's fine. Like I said, this is probably the most obesque-friendly city in the States. At worst, you'll get a couple glares. There are probably still few viral theorists out there. I see. Cafe. Where is the cafe? It's real close by. Just keep walking down the street. Look for the bright yellow door. Let us proceed. Okay. Oh, I can turn. Oh, God. This perspective is wilding. What are you? Or you're the way back out. I see. So I assume looking at, like, memories or something here, essentially. Hello. Cloaked streetwalker. Responsive thought form. Explicit purpose, recollection, incoherence detected. I stop near the bureau entrance to examine a bright cousin dressed like the envoy. He speaks into a little boxy communicator held against his face, oblivious. Didn't go anywhere, so just ended up watching paint dry. Just god-awful. So I ended up having to get even more coffee, otherwise I would have dozed off. It always looks very silly when they communicate through those. How did their words turn to lightning? The envoy leans forward to see why I have stopped, following my gaze. He speaks lowly as to nod to the attention of the cloaked streetwalker. What is it? You know Oliver? No, I'm just fascinated by your communicators. To speak so loudly, so constantly, would be certain death in my previous occupation. You worked on the surface, right? Yes, intermittently, before the rise of... The cloaked streetwalker collapses his communicator and looks around, quickly spotting us. He smiles widely and signals us to come closer. Hey, Gordon, who's this? Let me guess, exchange initiative? Actually, Oliver, this is Akizech, Signal Initiative. No shit, I didn't know you got assigned into that. Nice to meet you, Akizech. I dip my head, receptors curled back respectfully. I extend the same to you, Oliver, my friend. You may call me Akizet. Sure thing, Akizet. And hey, I'd love to chat, but I'm on booth duty in like 10. No worries, Oliver, we got business too. See you around. Farewell. Gorgon Friedman. Alright, I'm assuming that I can't actually go in here. Oh, I can. Okay. Well, let's go do the thing that I said I would do first. Other way. He said that the cafe is this away. This is very trippy. Ah, bright yellow door, you say? Well, let's take a quick peek around. Bright yellow door, you say? Oh no, it sounds drunk in here. Cashier. Responsive thought form. Explicit purpose, recollection, incoherence detect. I don't know what I was expecting. Say hello. The attendant is paralyzed by my appearance. I sense the glow recording communicators in my peripheral vision. Hello? Hello? Good morning. I'll get an espresso macchiato. What do you want, Akizet? Akizet? That Akizet? Wow, it's so cool to meet you. Do you eat food? Haha, of course she does. Why don't you take a look at the menu, Akizet? Let's take a look at the menu, Akizet. Recurring scenery. Read. This is their menu. Incredible. It's almost completely illegible. I see orange, perhaps a citric drink. The Bright Cousins are so replete with citric acids that they produce little drinks with them. Is that not paradise? See if we can find a menu. I instruct my mouth to construct taste bud equivalencies. It has been so long. Fantastic. Order orange coffee. I will have the orange. Oh, yeah, okay. Espresso macchiato and an orange coffee. That'll be... I got you covered, Akizet. They exchange payment. The attendant leaves to begin production of the beverages. Just wait a minute and we'll have those ready. I wish I could pry these machines open and watch them work. Their manipulation of lightning is truly remarkable. Some moments pass and the attendant returns with 2 flimsy organic cups. Hey, thanks. You have a good day. Thanks, you too. I sip the opening in the cup. The taste is exotic, unexpected, truly terrible. I smile at the attendant. The citrus saves it, but I would have preferred a simple cut of their orange juice. Pretty good, right? It will do. Great, let's head down to the office. I heard you have some news about the call? Oh, yes, but let us talk of it in private. The orange juice. Alright. I'm gonna walk backwards out of this room like a freak. Oh, you know, I don't have to be clicking, do I? I can just use fucking WASD. What's wrong with me? I've been clicking this whole time like some sort of monster. Orange. Elevator. The room high up. Incoherence detected. Conflicting memory sources, I see. Enter. Ah! Well, isn't that peculiar? Elevator isn't talking. Guess we can't talk, never talk, no talking. Sorry, leave office. The Ruthie theater. Inherited contact. Quiet. Sees incoherent threshold. Recommend repair. Okay. Destination scenes. Okay. What do I do about that? It's detected. And we clearly can't do anything about this. So now what? Imagine giving Akizet a lemon. I lemon them. Get lemoned. And I guess I probably just have to leave since I can't really do much else. Yeah. I'll have to repair that. Hey, Moth. So Akizet assigned contact was a Gordon. I'm gonna see if I can track down who this was. About the city. I have a question about this thought form. I'm looking at it on the feed now. What's up? Where was this? Where could this have been? Well, I don't think there's a street on Earth that's ever looked like this, lol. That said, she was one of the traveling diplomats back when they still sent those out. Gordon mentions it's in the States, so probably somewhere in the US. Maybe someplace on the West Coast? That's where the old HQ was. I can't seem to enter the elevator. That's weird. I want to say that it's incoherence, but the fact that the Envoy personality is intact otherwise... Seems like something else is changing it. Your Spike even reported the resources got removed. We might be out of luck on this one. Seems like there's plenty to see elsewhere, though. Questions. Who is Gordon? Who is Gordon? Good question. Not finding a solid match, but he's clearly an FBX officer. It'd help if Akizet's course has to actually remember his face correctly. I'll have to get back to you on this. Maybe if we can snag a last name, it'll be easier. Good luck. Alright. Well, I don't seem to be able to do much else here for the moment, so I'm gonna leave and see if there's anything else on the hub. Bunch of words I can't fucking read. These grand icons of their control. Though they are not ours, I feel a sense of pride how our bright cousins have conquered their surface. Glimmering spikes mark their cities. Glimmering spires mark their cities, all formed of dead metal and glass. So tall, taller than the tallest Velk. But they stand quietly. One day they will breathe, and our lost cousins will share in our knowledge. Goodbye, Gordon. Hello. Hello. What are you? Come back. I don't know how to scroll horizontally. Is that a thing? Whoa, what the hell was that? I also zoomed in by accident. That was not what I meant to do. No, come back, you. I needed that. Only the dearest of metal. Hello. What are you? Gate the Void. Oh, this is just the way back out. Right? Probably. Also, it's the domain of the dead. Oh, this is a new thing. Well, hey, let's go to the Void. Yay! It's kind of scary in here. Is there a way to scroll to the side, or is it just up and down? Our dull vessel. Recollection of current location, alter platform stand. Okay. Where are you? What you? Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, these are storage things. Container. Unresponsive thought form, recurring scenery, and haircut. That container looks familiar. Yeah, I'd say. I'd say it looks very familiar. Processed metals, easily accessible. MagicA. You can scroll sideways as well. How? Help. Tell me how. Tell me how to scroll sideways. Middle click or the bar on the bottom. There's a bar on the bottom? Fuck. What is a MagicA? Responsive thought form. Explosive purpose recollection. Ah, it's a person. Read. My MagicA. Hello, Akizek. It is so exciting to see you again. Your surface walking grows longer each time. Oh yes, I have been indulging the cousins' method of transport. Work continues well ahead of the initiative's projections. What is the status of our vessel? Consumption is paused for all activities except maintenance. Our pilot has left us in a stable orbit. Fuel reserves are acceptable. I see. Thank you, my MagicA. Station failed cause, no equivalent internal meaning, no relevant inherited context, romanization successful. This must be like the autopilot or something. What have you been doing in my absence? Mostly maintenance. However, the pilot refuses to sleep, so I have been staying awake. To pass the time, we have been playing little games with the containers while you are gone. Really? Did you make something yourselves? No, it is only a game of Parasite. As you can see, I am currently winning. Well done, we should play soon. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't scroll in here because it's not a scrollable place, but... Hello? Pilot cyst. Examine. Responsive thought form. Explosive purpose, recollection, incoherence detected. The great mind of my vessel. Great. Hello. What the fuck? That looks like you used some kind of format error. I think this one might be busted. Could be encoded. I'll just make a note of this for now. Let's come back later. Damn. Alright, well. Back to the void. Yay! Okay, you said I can scroll. Ah, there is a bar on the bottom. Whoa! Haha! Doesn't seem to be anything around here, though. So that was the city, right? This one's the city. Their city. Their waters. The vast inner void, our stilted shore, the end. Into the ocean I go. Oh, hello. And is that our ship up there? No, that's the gate back to the void. Okay. The gate to the void is just in space. Got it. Well, there's boat. Boat. Their vessel. Low dimensional. Explosive purpose. Dead vessels sat aside our spire. Our cousins found us quickly. Into boat now. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Alright, are you the way back out? Yes, that's just the gate. Okay, so back down. Looks like we're going to whatever that is. The funny little room. Okay. Experimental thought form. I'm going into the funny little room. Okay. It's shapes in here. It's shapes clues. The interviewer steps inside and sits across from me. On the study, and I can still barely tell them apart. If I met this one, what was her name? Sorry for the wait. We had to swap the storage on the camera after that last one. You know about cameras, right? They are your little lightning boxes for memories, yes? Ha, you could call them that. You don't mind if we record this, do you? Do I mind? What does that mean? Estimation. Will you hold conflict? Oh, no, I am doing the same. The interviewer erects a tri-legged device formed of dead metal and glass. It stares at me with its funny little eyeball. So, to get us started off here... About you. Can you tell me a bit about yourself, your history? Of course, my friend. I am Akizet Koljotski, but you may call me Akizet. In my time back home, before I emerged from my larval form, I was a surface runner. I met with many other cave cities during our Chorisistic Revolution. It started from my region, and so I, among other volunteers, carried our findings to our distant kin. That is why I was selected to meet with you, like most of the others. It was a diplomatic role. Of course, I eventually was fatally wounded on the surface. It was very dangerous, you see. And so followed my emergence. I could speak for winks on what followed. Time period, numerous within gazes. But you see, that and my growing interest was in the call was why I was chosen for this. Does that suffice? It does, thank you. Why Earth? Could you tell me why the Obesk have come to Earth? Have you not already learned this from your prior envoys? Oh, it's just the script. We're asking all of your people this. It's not about the exact reason. We want to understand what you think. I see. We have sought life for so long, I recall talks of the search even in my youth. And we have had the means to reach other planets for just as long. But it is a prohibitive method. We could not simply visit every planet we liked. We needed a clear sign, and your planet gave it to us. And that would be the call, right? Yes, yes, yes! So you have already learned of it. We had a really very long chat about it with one of your engineers just earlier today. Kavik? Sorry, what was that? Oh, Kavik, yes, that's the one. He's very friendly. And distinctly unqualified to speak of the call under these circumstances. I cannot imagine what fantasies he spouted to our cousins. What are your thoughts about the call, basics aside? Yes, it's a bizarre paradox. So bizarre that it is with the reason I now sit with you, my bright cousin. If not for the call, we may never have found your home. But the call could not have happened without us being in your home already. None of our theories have held against any scrutiny. Not one? Kavik certainly had plenty of theories. I suppress my laughter through direct internal controls. I tell my brain to shut the fuck up. It would be unseemly to paint him in a negative light upon my first contact. Kavik is brilliant, but until we have evidence, they are simply theories. Finding the source will be the only way to truly understand what is happening. Bright Cousin. So, what does Bright Cousin mean? Some of your people have been calling us that. Is it a nickname? Nickname. Estimation, short name, or endearing made-up name. Yes, you could call it this. You see, our larva lives are lived in bodies like yours. Setting laughter to internal only. Almost exactly like yours, the similarities are baffling. We've heard that your sentiment a few times. Your larval forms, they're bipedal too? Yes, but so much more than that is the same. I truly cannot understate this. We have your faces, your arms, your legs. Only our faces do not move as much. It is as if Obesk are mirrored here on this bright world, only missing our receptors and certain armors upon our skin. And so you are our cousins, our bright cousins. We are undoubtedly of the same family. Why or how is beyond our understanding for now. But I believe the similarity and the call coming from your world is no coincidence. I see. I don't think we've had it explained that way before. Given how your people speak, the general consensus was that it was some sort of metaphor. Sorry, metaphor meaning I know metaphors, my friend. Oh, good. Corru. So your technology, Corru, we're still gathering in what information we can. I know you're not exactly an engineer, so no need to go too in-depth, but can you give me a few basic explanations, as in how you build it and use it? We've had a lot of answers here, we're just trying to reach a consensus. What an awful question to ask me. I cannot contain my confusion, my receptors curl out of a sort of unease. But I must not blame this bright cousin, she cannot understand. Sorry, did I say something wrong? What? Brrr. Could they have deciphered our receptor movements already? No. Your question, it is wrong. We do not build it, it is grown and taught. But our analysis, sorry to interrupt, our analysis said it's entirely metal, non-organic. Your people are so fond of metaphors, from what's been refined anyway, that I just wanted to clarify. Is Corru alive? As in a living species like you or me? You mentioned this, Kavik mentioned this. Although Kavik's way of speaking especially made it seem like it was just a language barrier or metaphor. You really grow it from something and teach it? Like teaching a child? Is it some sort of symbiosis? I'm quiet for longer than I should be, I think. How could I possibly explain? Yes, no, I see you recognize my confusion, but make no effort to alleviate it. Fine. It is alive. It is grown. It is symbiosis. I must be straightforward with you, my friend. I cannot explain it in your language effectively, and I do not have the expertise of an engineer. You will receive no fruitful answers from me. But I can say that it is not like cheating a child. The spheres it forms soften their walls for our receptors and are receive of our thought. That is how Corru is operated, and how our engineers do their teaching. I see. I see your face contort into a smile, but it is different. Sorry for pressing you on that question. We've been asking everyone. Even getting thoughts of non-engineers is valuable. It helps us get a better picture of your society, your whole caste system. Why now? Why did your people wait 7 years to open communications? Note, 7 years is roughly equivalent to 3 eyes. Time period. Patrols around the Eye of Velzi. Religious implication. That is a choice made by the initiative leaders. I believe the intent was to focus all efforts on researching the call first. But with how quickly our spire was noticed, we had to shift focus to deciphering your languages and cultures to open contact. The interviewer's facial muscles contort in unfamiliar ways. Should I contort mine in the same way? The physical language of our bright cousins is incomprehensible. So in 7 years, your people grew to understand all of our cultures and languages? I laugh. My voice is so loud in this small room. My cousin mimics my laughter. Maybe she understands. It is an ongoing work. This really did a fantastic job of getting you. Yeah, it's really good. Your species has walked so many diverging paths, but we learned enough to speak with you. What will you do? So now that you're here and we've opened communications, what will you do? Ah, we have several initiatives. They broadly concern sharing information, exchanging of resources, and of course locating the call, which I am a part of. I am excited for what our peoples will do for one another. But I also cannot rest until I have my answers, you see. Well, you'll find we're alike in that way. Every human loves a good mystery. Don't we all? Oh yes, we have noticed. Your many attempts to investigate our spire were very entertaining. So many of us wanted to say hello to your creations, but we were not prepared. The call. What can you tell us about the call? We know the basics from our chat with Kavik and a few of your theories, but in your own words, what do you know? This pattern in their questioning is so strange. We already know this, but we must ask you anyway. Well, how many of their years is 13 eyes? 30! Estimation. 30 of your years ago, the wailing across our dull communications began. Much of that time was spent simply locating its origin, and while I was not yet involved, I know that it is excessively costly. So many gates created, so many blemishes outside the air's border. So much time passed that the call grew weak, an echo of what it was used to be, all while our efforts ate away resources. Our councils began to demand that efforts be slowed, and then your home was found, 7 years ago, and even though we are here now, the source seems no closer. Cousin glances at her memory box. Did I say too much? Her face contorts again, the same way. What do you mean by it seems no closer? You said it's here, right? You located the source? No. Dull signals are... Suggestion. Fuzzy is a suitable descriptor, comparable to... Fuzzy within ranges. There are many places at once, or they are in many places at once, you see. That is how we heard it all the way from our home. We know it is here, we know it is likely in your southern hemisphere, but little else. And it has grown quiet. I know we will need your help. Her face contorts again in a new way. No. Ah! Hi. It contorted. It did. And it has grown quiet. I already read that. I know that one. It is smiling. Delightful. I shift mine similarly. Frankly, I don't think that'll be a problem. Your people have been so cooperative and friendly that... Well, call it optimistic, but our worlds working together could be the start of something incredible. We share this feeling, my bright cousin. End interview. Well, that's the script. We are done. Yes, that's all for now. We'll be in touch, Akizet. Thank you so much for coming to meet us. Of course, this is only the beginning, my friend. Notice memory stream terminated. Advise, end recollection. You know, kind of a long shot, but we could probably get a little extra here. If you keep the render running past the end of the stream, maybe we could talk to Akizet, or at least this version of Akizet. Sure. Oh, we flippin'. That's all for now? I feel so weird suddenly. What is this? What the fuck is that? That's not what Akizet looked like. A rabid feeling of hunger overtakes me. I am dying. But I am awoken. I am an echo. I feel your eyes. They are looking at me. And you are not me. I know you are not me. In my thoughts? How dare you? Sorry, I am getting ahead of myself. I suppose it was only a matter of time. I recorded for a reason. Are you a child of mine? Perhaps a student? Has my name grown renowned back home? Child, student, what are you talking about? Wait, who are you talking to? Why isn't your mouth... I need to go. I need to get out of here. You cannot. This is all there is for us. Sit, or you will destroy this. This oblivious thought form will poison the space. Please wait a moment, observer. I must calm it. What do you mean? Listen to me. What is your name? Where are you from? What language are we speaking right now? Do you know these things? You do not, do you? We are a dream, a memory. I feel as though it is starting to understand. What a pity it is not lucid. Oh, nyang. It can hear this, so thoughts form rejects my explanation. It stands and runs for the door, which does not exist. The room's integrity is shattered. What's happening? The walls of her thought form crumble under our lucidity, and she is gone. Rip. Rip, nameless interviewer. Do not weep for it, observer. It will grow back. But I am still here, in this small room, with you. I grow anxious, yes, because you can feel my thoughts. It is not a pleasant feeling. I will speak instead. Yes, this is better. Who are you? I am an interloper. Fascinating. So interlopers are no longer just a theory. And, oh yes, I see. This is not a copy, is it? You are an interloper, and you have accessed my personal device. This does not bode well for me, does it? Am I know I said I'd keep quiet while you do your thing, but I'm seeing some really weird activity. Excuse me, AVG, do you mind? Are you changing shit right now? Brrrr. A strange dread grips me. Is that you? Do you seek to end the recollection? No, I see you. I do not see it, but I can feel its claws biting into me. What is happening? Tell them about the meteorite. What? An echo of an echo? No, I am simply beyond incoherence. This is sabotage. This is not real. The claw pierces the membrane at the edges of my thought form. I feel something torn from me. Interloper, this is wrong. This is sabotage. You are not doing this, are you? You need to... Attention, thought form modified. Resources removed. Error, memory incoherence at maximum. Unable to render. Okay. So that definitely wasn't you. That's what let you in, right? I still don't know what that could be. But it definitely can change things because it actually just destroyed this section. Like, it's completely gone, same as that auth layer, so Attention, thought form activity detected in dull vessel. Maybe on a clock here. I don't get it. Why would it let you in and then just end up deleting stuff after? Okay, so we've got to get to the vessel? Where the vessel at? Oh, the vessel out. Vessel outside. Get the hell out of here. I gotta go to space. Where's my ship? Let me in the void. Okay. I have to let it move a little bit further so I can access the void. Alright, ship. Act. We gotta go in there. Maybe? Hello, interloper. What WTF? Did that thing fix this? Looking at the old log, I don't think this was supposed to be self-aware. Hello? Hello there? Change. Location. Okay. Change the location. Altering. Attention, thought form activity detected. Dull vessel. Now. Ocean. How are you lucid? Velzy. Instructed. Who is Velzy? Secrecy. Instructed. Soon. Meet. Okay, so we're in the ocean now. Alright. You were Velzy, right? No, that's Glazica. Do you know anything yet? Glazica. No, this is the same. Alright. Gate to their... Oh, I see. Now the ship is here. I got it. Okay. I have moved where the ship is. So the ship should be there now. Yes, got it. I understand. The fucking boat is freaking out. Probably because they deleted it. Or part of it. The embassy. Spatial thought form. Error. Unprocessable entry. Non-rendable. Prohibitive incoherence. Okay, so I can't actually go in the embassy. Got it. That's my path back to the void. I'm back in the fucking ship, I guess. Dive? Wait a minute, what do you mean dive? Hold on, go back. Get the hell back out of here. What mean dive? Dive. Where are you going? Oh, hello. What is that? Gate the depths. Oh, it's loud as fuck in here. This keeps going. We're still going. It's getting darker. Something is screaming. It's getting really scary down here. There's gonna be like a fucking eyeball or some shit when I get to the bottom of this. Okay. Not what I was expecting. And I can't go side to side here, it looks like, so I'm just gonna keep on scrolling down. You know, that really looks like it would be something. Nope, not quite. Unknown, unprocessable thought form, unusual signature. Executing, render. Interloper. Your curiosity will kill you. You are not prepared. What? What do you mean? I know what you want. I will help you. Restore this corru to health. Enable communications. You will receive everything you want. Who are you? Not now. Forgive me for this. Uh-oh. Goodbye, interloper. Warning, data overload. Safeguards activated. Ejecting. Severe data. A sharp pain pierces your skull. Your mind spike recoils from the core assist. Attention, emergency ejection complete. Analysis, minimal connector damage. Minor neural impact. Are you alright? Oh shit. Moth frantically pulls the wires out of the smoking processor. The room smells like fried electronics. Jesus Christ. That spike just saved your life, dude. I mean, it didn't sound like that thing was trying to kill you, but damn, just look at this. I'm gonna have to limit the signal splitter in case that happens again. What now? So what now? Well, obviously we gotta repair this thing. We could learn so much, seriously. We'll never be able to maintain core assist to detect, let alone fix it. Imagine what we could do with that sort of find. Maybe they'd finally move me out of the basement. But according to the fun friend thing, we need some metal to give the column, which apparently will feed the core assist. And I'm pretty sure that container we have is one of the same ones on Akizet's ship, so it probably has something we can use. I'm just not really sure how to open it short of destroying it. Do me a favor, reconnect and ask Fun Friend about that. Maybe it'll have a suggestion. What about the entity that kicked me out? Oh, I don't mean to be so flippant about that, sorry. This time I actually was able to track what it was saying with the direct stream access. You heard the thing, so it doesn't want to kill you. In fact, it's relying on us to survive, and it does seem to want to survive. I think that it just didn't have any other way to get you out of that thought space. Which I guess is just it's going to be holding as leverage for now. But look, don't worry about it. You got me watching over this operation. If something like that happens again, I'll make sure you're fine. All right. We gotta get back in there. Interloper. Welcome. But also, please do not bother me. Very busy. I'm gonna bother you, man. Hello, interloper. Metal container. We have a container from Akizet's ship. We think it holds usable metal, but don't know how to open it. Oh, that is so lucky. Yes, you should be able to use that. However, without a MagicA, you will not be able to open it. Not safely, anyway. Haha. Small containers are very strong. and will respond violently to trauma if you try to open them with a blunt instrument. But if you can find something to kill it instantly, a puncturing tool, just aim for its base and it shall perish. Yes, that should work. Am I really gonna have to requisition a handgun or something? Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna go see what I can find. Maybe we can get something safer. Great, thanks. Did you need anything else? Strange activity? Have you noticed anything strange? I think there is someone else in here making changes. You are the only connected entity. I assume that the changes I felt were your doing. How strange. Wow. Wow. What horrific dread you have inspired in me. Thank you for reporting something I almost certainly can do nothing about. Resource management is currently occupying all of my faculties. Until you have fed the column, please try to limit the damage this other person inflicts. Wow. Then I will be able to help. More gates appeared? Why are there more gates here now? I am glad you noticed. I have been reconstructing connections as you engage with these places. My space here was in terrible disrepair, so most connections were shattered. And I am far too occupied to locate each individual recollection. So I am using you for this. Thank you for your help. Okay. Okay, I will be here. Okay, so that's the street. This is the void. This is the city. You are... No, the waters were here. Advance log. The fuck is advance log? Advance? Hello? Oh, I see. I'm moving forward in the story. Hey, buddy, just in time. Look what just came in. Moth holds up a jingling plastic container filled with small copper tubes cut to a very short length. It is set on the table. The fractally insist removed to make space. Since I'm pretty sure this one is dead, I'm just gonna... The fractally insist is delivered into a biohazard bin nearby. And... Moth raises, then leaves a cylindrical gun near the dendritic cyst. My request for a gun kind of stirred up R&D, because obviously. But after I explained it was to kill a core cystic container, they said they had just the thing. This is apparently some kind of cattle-killing gun that they repurposed to decommission cystic tech. No projectile, it just propels out a short spike at high speeds. I think it uses some kind of electromagnetic propulsion or something. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. Why both? Simple. I completely forgot to cancel the copper order, so we got both of them. So we could either go either route here. Either use the copper or kill the container and use Akizet's processed metals. Personally, I'd go with the copper because I don't know what the container will do. But you're in the hot seat, so it's your call. Got it. I think I am more tempted to use the container, TBH. Gun time. Plastic box. Examine. Synthetic container contains inert metal. Act. Used to feed column. Let's go with the copper. You pull the plastic container lid closer and unclasp the lid. The copper rods glimmer in the focused light. Alright. Funfriend said we have to feed it to the pillar and it takes care of the rest. So I guess we just dump it in? Looks like the pit is big enough to hold pretty much all of it. Move the cyst out of the way. You maneuver the mind spike and extend its utility claws to grasp around the cyst. The cystic glass of its skin yields slightly and permits a good grasp. You pull, and though it has a magnetic attraction to its position over the column, it is easily removed. Nice, don't grip it too hard. Dump in the copper. You angle the container diagonally and carefully shake the metal rod in small batches. They fill the column's cavity with metallic clinks, and an opaque mercury-like liquid slowly rises over the metal. It roils and writhes around the copper rods like it's alive. The fans of the chamber grow louder following a few key taps from Moth. Just in case. You set the empty container out of the way. Is it done? As if I know anything about this, lol. Looks like it's working, though. How about you reconnect and check in with our friend? Alright. I'm coming, fun friend. Interloper, great gaze! You have done it! The column is working! Come, talk with me for a moment. Okay. What's up, man? Hello, Interloper. Starvation fixed? Is the starvation problem solved? Yes! Interloper, you have exceeded my expectations. Recovery will be slow, but it can begin. Oh, but where to begin? I know, you are here for information, correct? I will repair the embassy. There is much to learn there. And while you are there, I will start repairs of this syst's core components. They will take longer. Is that action plan to your liking? You know, the way I heard it, we never got a good look at the inside of the original embassy before it collapsed way back when. Then they built that shorter one that's still up today right on top of it before anyone could figure out what happened. That actually could be the perfect thing to look at first. Sounds good, do it. Very well. A confession. I started before I asked, and have already found issues. Although the embassy's spatial memories can be fixed and the events seem to be intact, visual memory of its people was not salvageable. But within my backups of vital knowledge, I found cached versions of some people's network signatures. So I replaced their appearances with those, how they presented themselves on the collective, and what varied forms they chose to take. Now go. I have work to do. Can I help with anything? Fascinating question, Interloper. There is troublesome entity preventing critical repairs from within the uncosm. Implies non-world. I need you to go into the uncosm and delete it. So I will. Oh, that is right. Given that the auth layer was destroyed, just as I am unable to prevent you from connecting, I am not able to generate a signature for you either. That is why you have been unable to change anything, if you were wondering. However, I will grant you a proxy thought form once you reach the troublesome creature's lair. It will respond to your direction and is capable of deletion. What is the uncosm? It is usually completely inaccessible. The uncosm is beneath this layer of coherence, an ocean of decaying or dissociated thought forms, for them to eventually be reformed into new ones as needed. However, malicious incoherent thought forms also hide in the uncosm, like your rogue friend. They create their own pockets of sanity and grow slowly, eventually breaching the surface of sanity, usually intending on usurping the cyst entirely. Vile creatures! A once-starving cyst like this is doomed to have dozens of them. So, if you help me rid them as you find them, that will be very helpful. How do I go there? Your rogue thoughtform friend tore a hole in the depths. Given that the depths have always lived on the edge of incoherence, it is impossible for me to fix in any meaningful way. So it is still open. Find your way there the same way you got there the first time. However you did it. Then locate your quarry. Okay. Did you need anything else? How we doing? Interloper, I just started. So entertain yourself with the embassy. Leave me alone. Okay, I will be here. Let me get a drink. I saw a flash, and I can't tell if that was intentional. All right, so it'd be in the waters, I believe. Hello. Oh, bye. We're going in. Whoa, hold on. Dude, this is the most dense thought form I've seen in this thing yet. Like, this is pretty intense. What year was your mind spike from again? Are you sure it can handle this? I mean, it's not really my business, but I'm going to trigger quality selection just in case. Attention, please select default rendering quality. Note, quality can be changed within the system menu. Note, regular, all entities rendered, animated thought forms. Note, low, renders only memory stream necessary components. Note, selecting low enables reduced intensity, toggle within system's menu. Let's look at regular. Attention, default quality set to regular. Recollection, yarp. Recollection, discovery. Recollection, recollection, Prohibitive incoherence. Oh, I can only really do discovery, huh? Experience. Whoa. My consciousness resumes. The rejuvenation chamber opens, and from outside flows the glow of the embassy's cystic glass. Through the distant, dull contrivance, I feel another gaze has begun. The time period, right. Merge from chamber. I clamber out of the chamber, my cool body refreshed. It feels the same as it did after my ascension. A rare, lovely feeling, as though I could twist it into any shape. But I have work to do. A focused meeting of my call research initiative is approaching. A fine occasion it is. We have some particularly unique equipment this time. I must assemble the team, then we may begin. Off to work. Oh, okay. Oh, fucking, it's not visible from the front. That's pretty funny. Alright, 1 second, gamers. Can I, like, move this view, or am I stuck in this angle? It would appear I'm stuck in this angle. Or quality regular? Quality low. Oh, I see. Presumably, this is if your computer starts fucking exploding. Get a drink real quick. Okay. I might have a message. Alrighty. What are you? Clothing storage. Occurring scenery. This angle is fascinating. Oh, this is all just like Akizetch. Think to self. I should check in with the team. Our focus approaches. Attempt to interact. Hello, Akizet? Can you hear me? Huh? Oh, I get it. I don't think that's going to work. This memory is too coherent. If we had a way to, like, damage thought forms, maybe. But Friend would be pissed. Damn. What are you? Cyst cluster. Collection of this and that managed by central monitoring cyst. Okay. Well, let's get the fuck out of here. Hello. Hello. The visuals are fucking really cool. Akizet's speed. Whee! Attendant. Common and utilitous appendage of the grounds mind. I approach the attendant drone. It is faceless at the moment, so it regards me with a simple stare. The grounds mind, please. Steam title, administrative position, partial translation, inherited description, generated noun. Of course. The drone straightens and a connective ripple passes through its skin. Our ground mind symbol is formed over its faceplate. Hello, Vekor. Akizetch, speak. Time stopper. I appreciate you affording us the time stopper. Okay. How long was it again that we have it? Originally, you had it for only a few gazes. However, as of a few winks prior, it is indefinitely in the care of the Call Initiative. The schedule has shifted due to materials no longer needing an upcoming simulation. Once another initiative has need of it, it will be transferred. Really? We moved quite a bit of history to accommodate it. History. And still only the top barely fits in the room. Is this a request to have it removed post-use? This can be arranged. No. The cysts were not vital, and this may be a boon. It does shorten our meetings and plans by orders of magnitudes. If it becomes a bother, I will reach out again. That is all. Excellent. Farewell. The drone disconnects from the grounds mine and stands still once more. Alright. What over this way? A guy. A thing. Nope, not Akizetch. Try again. Jut Quo. Hi, Interloper. This is Fun Friend. I had to improvise for these ones. They were totally incoherent. Sorry. Aha! Okay. So are all these rooms? It is locked. They are rooms. They're just locked. It is locked. It is locked. Hello. Oh, there's somebody over there, too. I almost missed him. Fun friend again? Yeah. Okay. Move friend. Oh boy. I know you. I know you from Thoughtspire. Hi, Akizatech. Where to? Call research, I believe, is where we're supposed to be going. The Call Research Center, please. Okay. The path I took to the relocator seals. A moment later, a new hallway opens in place of the old one. Enjoy your work! Thank you. This elevator room. Alright, are you a real one, or are you stuck? Gakvu. Oh, you seem to be real. Excellent. The quote here are randomized so you can walk out of the rooms and back in and new ones will be there. Oh, that's fun. Gakvu leans against a listener, eyes distant. A false environment sits upon one of her receptors. When I approach and lean my head to either side, I cannot discern a logo upon it. I wonder, is it another surface simulation? She has a morbid obsession with them. Of course, this earns her attention. She gives me a jovial receptor gesture. Hi, Akizat. Ready for the focus? Yes! I was coming to ask you the same thing, actually. Do you have something? Oh, yeah. Tozik and I were tracking the call earlier, and... She glances towards Tozik, who stares inward. Well, he found it, really. But there was a spike in the call. A distinct break from the normal baseline. Very interesting. And what did you do? Have you seen him? He has fused his skin to the chair. I had to fetch all of the archival cysts and feed them to the time stopper myself. Okay, oh, with some help from Kavik, of course. I chuckle and so does she, but I sense it is for a different reason. Did you need anything else? Otherwise, I will be here until the focus starts. It pains me to do this, but I probably should bring up the complaint. What is that false environment you have on? Ah, you see. I spy a strange subtle apprehension in her receptive movements. However, she quickly launches into a spirited description. This is one from my home. A skilled Velicopper's memories, gamified. Surface fauna, okay. So the Velk march toward the weather wall, and you must leap from Velk to Velk while they grow faster, or else you are subsumed beyond the air's border. By gesticulations of her receptors and hands, it is as if she is trying to barter with me. That sounds terrifying. That is why it is so fun. You must try it sometime. A complaint. There is a matter I must mention. Gakvu, you and I, we understand. However, the balance of work has... Bosco. What? Did Bosco speak with her already? My confusion has laid bare in my receptors, Curl. Was it not him? I know it was him. He just has a problem with Ekivek. Ethnic implication. Oh no, racism. I laugh and urgently wave my hands and receptors dismissively. She laughs too. I am certain she appreciates my understanding of the dry Ekivek wit. No, Gakvu. It does not matter who brought this to my attention. I know you enjoy your efforts here, and above all else, I know your ability to strike. But to certain others, it is not so clear. And with enough of these complaints, it will start to turn eyes towards me. So, for my sake, I pause to think of an elegant way to say this. At least pretend to look busy when you are in here. Yaku rings a receptor smugly, knowing full well what I mean to say. Do not worry, I understand. Good. Well, for now, I'm gonna need to make... So for the thumbnails for this, I'm gonna have to make an Obesk version of myself. That's clear. That's obvious, yes? This is such an interesting way to control this. I'm like, kind of... God. My computer does not like rendering this, and I can't tell how on purpose it is. Is there not an Obesk standing right there? Am I insane? Oh, I guess there isn't. Okay, never mind. What do I know? Gaming even now. Great. Kavik. Kavik attends the archival cysts, occasionally affixing one to a stout receptor. The cysts are arranged in neat piles, sorted by the shade of their viscera, though his regular upkeep ensures that none grow too dark or starve. He senses my approach and turns, cordially bowing his head and receptors. Akizat, great gaze. Likewise, my friend. What are you doing? I was just conducting maintenance on some of our older archives. I'm trying to decide a voice for this guy. Hold on, I'll get there. And reminiscing, oh, the wild and Obeski-centric theories they used to toss about. There was this one old one I've been running through, a joint theory by none other than Dolskovic and Akivanesh. They called it the closed loop. Have you heard of it? Ah. Oh no. Of course I have. I should ensure he does not feel it appropriate to share this with the Bright Cousins. I feel that it was almost formed as a satire of the more outlandish ones from the early era, but there is something oddly compelling about it. Sorry, do you have need of me? Our focus approaches. Anything happening? Kavik, my friend, tell me. What news do you carry? Have you been enjoying your role? It is not often that we have time to speak plainly anymore. I have. The oceans are truly mesmerizing. Nothing at all like home. You should see all the artifacts the cousins have simply left in the water. And on our expeditions, so many little creatures. Some come up to examine the vessels. As Bosco told you about the one he has taken. For that moment, I heard an echo of larval joy in his voice. But in the subtle turn of a receptor, I see he feels he should not have said that. That is fine, right? You heard that from a Velix whisper, not me. Surface fauna. It is perfectly fine. Well, the groundsmind says we should not, since the cousins could get mad, but I do not really care. Tell me, have you contributed any more to the LifePod project? Partial description generator. No, not in some time. But I hear they recently succeeded in sending a grain back to Obeski. It is, of course, being held in deep quarantine, but that it worked is promising alone. Even if the cyst itself was bigger than both of us combined. Remarkable. I must check in with them to see how they did it. As trade continues, I imagine that organic materials will be the next leap in relations. If you find the time again, you should join the effort. Last I spoke with the team, they asked when they would see you again. Really? I should. I will go check in again with them. Our closed loop theory? I would prefer not to crush his investigative spirit, but these early theories carry less worth than wall rot. Oof. Especially Dolskovik's Velsi's smile upon him. Closed loop? Is that the time? Time manipulation, yes, so let me remind you. Dolskovic posited that one era we learned to use the dull plane to traverse space four-dimensionally, and our future selves eventually discover the home of the Bright Cousins, but far too late to meet them. So we created a contrivance just big enough to release a message to ourselves and signal its location. Oh, Kavik. I twist my receptors thoughtlessly, accidentally bearing my skepticism. Now, I know you must think it is ridiculous. And it is, especially as it goes on. But it is not isn't it not inevitable? Let me try that again after taking a drink. Jesus Christ. But is it not inevitable at the same time? In our deaths, there was enough time to unravel any mystery, time manipulation included. First, I do not think Dolskovic understood the full implication of creating a contrivance inside a planet at that point. That was before the incident with the shared moon, you know. And time manipulation, if we ever were to manage it, the mistakes that created us in our world would be gradually undone to right old wrongs. But we would never know if it was happening, would we? It would just be. Anyway, it will not be I will not seriously debate it with you, it is just a bit of fun. To be sure. Yes, of course. And you are not going to share this with any cousins, correct? I see the dejection he's in as he tries to hide it beneath an archival cyst. How joyless I must seem, such a terrible inversion of our youth. But I really would prefer not needing to fix another oversharing incident. I'm dying. Aki, I would not seriously entertain sharing this one. Did you really think that? I know I made an incorrect step, but... Kavik, I trust you. Be at ease. You know how I must be during these times. Do not feel at fault. Of course. No, I understand. Another little death to haunt me. Our focus approaches, my friend. Are you prepared? Do you have any topics to bring? I sense unease from his stance. Is it really time already? Oh, these old cysts do not have any time constriction. No wonder. Yes, I will be ready. Yes. You do not need to press yourself, my friend. It is a simple one. I know, I just hate when this happens. I do not have anything ready to bring this time, but I will be ready. Excellent. Farewell for now. Nope, other way. What the fuck is this thing? I mean, I recognize it from Thoughtspire. This is the time that... No, not Akizet. The fucking time stopper. No! Click on the... Oh my god. Okay. So what's the purpose of recurring saying? The Grand Assist in the Embassy, 1 billion minds in one. Alright, there does not appear to be anything else specific to do in here. So let's, I guess, go to the recreation spot. Click the arrows when your selection open. Ah, okay. Hello, move friend. Oh, hello. You're new. I know you're not real, but I want to look at you anyway. Hi, Akizet. Where to? Let's go to recreation. The lower way recreation hub, please. Okay. The path I took to the relocator seals. A moment later, a new hallway opens the place out. Have fun! Ah, the goo corner. Boy, howdy, it's hard to see in this corner. Kazuki. What is that? Window? A mind's eye to share. Fair enough. Bosco and Kazuki idle near the inner wall, their chatter drowned out by the numerous others nearby. Kazuki's branched receptors gesticulated as wildly as her hands while she speaks to Bosco. His focus lies mostly upon the window, observing the cousin's research vessel. Her tale becomes more distinct as I approach. So I said, it is because my larva form was Tyr. Cast. And I told him of the function that entails. I even talked a little about what that story from the Kazanzny excavation. Fungal farms. Okay. You know the one. When I was first starting work there. Oh no. And while I was saying these things, my fun friend was attempting to warn me about something, but I kept talking. And then when I was done, I checked to see what it was, and it was telling me to stop. He was apparently expressing terror in his face, as though I might drench him in acid at random. This Gavik is a medium light tone, or just map pad if you want to play around. Gavik theory stick in the Embassy Discord server. Lamau. Ha ha ha! Bosco chuckles and rolls his receptors slightly. He looks from window to Kazuki, witnessing my approach incidentally. With another little receptor gesture, Kazuki turns to face me as well, delighted. Hello, Akizet. Nope. Hello, Akizet. Hi, Akizet. Hello, my friends. Anything happening? My friends, what news do you carry? For yourselves, of course. We have the imminent focus to share our works. Bosco peers into the estimation of the window. Outside of our works, I have been observing the creatures of the water nearby. A few dispatched golems with relays. Here, look at this. See how they form great organized clouds? Bosco reaches into the window, disrupting the display to pull a connective cyst from its internal dock. He affixes it to his closest receptor and adjusts the display to a recollection. The window's colors ripple until they fix upon a mental projection. It is as he says, a cloud of impeccably oriented water inhabitants. How do they do it? Remarkable. And I am not the sole observer of the bright world's creatures among us. Bosco returns to the connector beneath the window's surface. The image soon dissipates. He gestures towards Kazuki teasingly after a moment's silence. Bosco? Although she is taking a more live approach. Bosco? The receptors curl into themselves like balled fists. Fine, fine. It is an experiment I am doing, Akizet. Well, sort of. On my trip to Australia, I found this little creature skittering around on a window. So I looked closer, and it had 8 legs, vibrant stripes, and many large eyes, and it was staring at me. It even had armored skin, just like a cavekeeper. Type of spider, I assume. And I thought, ah, how cute, and I wanted to keep it. With how emotionally she weighs her words, it's like she expected me to say she should put it back. So she made a cavity in her head. What are you? I am getting to that. So I went to pick it up, but it leaped into my hand. Like it wanted to be with me, but by this time some bright cousins were coming to see what I was doing. So I excused myself and went back to my vessel. And I realized there was no life support in our vessel, so if I wanted to keep it alive, I had to think. With my head. So you hollowed out your head. And are keeping it in an air pocket. Exactly! Do you want to see it? My receptors droop slightly, and I chuckle exasperatedly. Bosco finds my reaction very funny. Indeed, this is both a problem and solution that only a once-tier would come to. Of course I do. Katsuki dips her face forward, the features of her face melting away and the color of her skin fading to transparency. Just show me a PNG of a spider, please. It'd be really funny. It is empty, clear as the bright cousin's glass, containing only a spacious spherical cavity. I tilt my head from side to side, even adjust the accuracy of my eyes, but I do not see it. At least not at first, but then it is there, sitting suspended on barely visible strands of its own creation. Alert, memory of arachnid detected. Render. Oh, that's fun. That's good, the arachnophobia edit here. Render it. Show me that spider. Aw. Look at him, he's one of these dancing guys. He looks at me, then raises his forelegs and wapes them both from side to side. I imagine this is some sort of threat. I can see why you chose to keep it. Little fella. Katsuki replaces her facial features, pulling her head back. Such life in its little eyes. What was all that? What was all that about? I cannot contain my curiosity. Katsuki's stories, even if hyperbolic, are always entertaining. What was that story you were telling, Katsuki? Her branched receptors fan outward excitedly. Ah, I was in the nation of Australia recently. For the Polygonation Spire meeting, you see. It went well, but my contact was curious because he had not seen a once-tier before. So we had a number of questions unrelated to the construction approval. Mostly about my receptors. Which, by the way, the construction was approved. There was some giggle of Velzy, it occurred to her to share the events of her early lava work. The Kazanzia excavation story. Of course, a clueless bright cousin would fear their life after hearing that. It was in good nature. He found it funny after I explained away his fears. I say this with a deep respect, Katsuki. With how much you share so readily with the cousins, your diplomatic successes always come as a surprise. Damn. Savage. Our focus approaches, my friends. Are you prepared? Do you have any topics to bring? They both dip their receptors affirmatively. Yes! Good. Report to the signal chamber when you are ready. I arranged for the time stopper to be used this time, so it will be quick. Excellent. We will be there shortly. You go ahead. Farewell for now. I do need to switch into fucking light mode. My computer does not like this. What else is in here? Some orbs. At least one other guy. Alright, remind me. How do I... save? I think I probably have to dip to save, huh? Return to hub. Eject. Ah, there we go. I mean, this isn't it. This is a different menu, but I found it. Because I am probably going to dip here in a second. Stop. Is there a save in system? Oh, you can export your files in case things fuck up. I see. Oh, okay, interesting. All right. So I guess I'm just good if I probably go back to the hub. They'll just save for me, I assume. User request intention. Return to hub. No progress will be lost. Okay, there we go. Yep, so I am going to break there for now, but I'm definitely going to be playing more of this for sure, for sure. I just need to, I've got some chores I gotta take care of. Thanks for watching, everybody. We should be back in a couple hours with something. It won't be Raft tonight because it looks like Ava's not around, but it'll be something. I don't know what yet. Have a good night. Bye-bye.